All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakha Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well, why not this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push his word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also shalom to the male and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And today, just basically getting on how this devil is going to use these different laws and legislations to raise war against the nation of Israel, man. Because whether you know it or not, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the confusion, the face that's mixed amongst these different nations, guess what? We have enemies, man. And that enemy comes in the face of the so-called white man. And it's going to get to the time when this devil is going to do the most to basically cut us off from being a people, man. Let's go ahead and start right there in the book of Psalms. Because at the end of the day, man, this devil, he want this birthright. No, he want the blessing that Jacob was blessed with. And he is going to do the most to try to get it. And what do I mean by do the most? He is going to try to kill you for it, man. Let's go ahead and start off right here. This is the book of Psalms 83, and I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against our people. Let's go ahead and get that in the blue letter, man. You know? Because again, at the end of the day, this devil, he's doing plans, setting up laws, and even making certain foods to try to cut you off, man. So your seed won't reproduce. That's why it's a such thing as Mountain Dew, man. Try to mess up your diet. You know what I'm saying? Feed you pork chops and things like that, and try to destroy you. That's that crafty counsel that this devil try to push upon us, man. Now, real quick, let's look at that word crafty and counsel. This the word counsel. Right here, counsel, assembly, counsel of familiar conversation, and basically right here, secret counsel. The B definition and the second definition, it says what? A secret counsel. That's why a lot of the things that they discuss in the G7 summit, a lot of the things they discuss in the Bilderberg meeting, they don't push it out there, man. Because the main topic is what? The Israelites, man. The main topic is what? The blessing. So let's see what this crafty secret counsel is. Let's go to the word crafty. Strong's H6191. The word crafty means to be subtle, be shrewd, be crafty, be aware. Yes, they are aware who their enemy is, to take crafty counsel to be prudent. Because ultimately, instead of these devils just rah, all down on you, no, they're going to do it gradually. For the lack of better words. That's why it's a such thing as gradualism. You know, basically, instead of putting GMOs in your face, they add little chemicals to it and slowly push it onto you. Instead of pushing people eating cockroaches in their face, they say, yeah, you had it in your Reese's cup all along. Just taste it. It tastes just like a Reese's cup. That's that crafty counsel. Little things like that shows you that this devil hates you. But even go bigger. Let's go into Margaret Sanger and how it's a Planned Parenthood in every neighborhood in the hood, man. In these urban neighborhoods, I say, quote unquote. Because around these urban neighborhoods, it's trash, it's liquor stores, but the nicest place on the block is that Planned Parenthood, man. It even got gates inside of it. Got a garden in front of it. It even look better than some of these churches, man. Let's go to the Strong's definitions. Right here, it says to be cunning, and nothing is wrong with being cunning. Because this Hebrew word right here is rum, and you can be prudent in the righteousness, in the righteous sense. Like Jacob. Jacob, he was a prudent man. He was a subtle man. Where it says, surely they have called him Jacob because he has supplanted me these 2 times. But this devil, he's cunning in a wicked way, man. That's why it says to be cunning, usually in a bad sense. So this devil, he's been cunning. He's taking crafty counsel against the nation of Israel in a bad sense, man. It's going to tell you when you continue on. It says they have taken crafty counsel against our people. They have consulted against our hidden ones. They have said, come
and let us cut them off from being a nation. Because that's Esau's ultimate goal, to try to cut us off from our power. Because without your power source, you're nothing. Now, if you unplug your phone from the charger, your plug is not going to, it's like if you unplug your phone from the charger, eventually that plug, your phone is going to die, man. That's the same thing. Once we was unplugged from Yahweh Shema Shah, we was dying, man. But now we're in the spot when we return it back unto him. And that's Esau's biggest fear. That's why you go into Revelations, the 11th chapter, when it says, then the dead men that was in the streets, they rose up, and great fear fell upon them that saw him, roughly paraphrasing, man. So us calling upon of the names of Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, guess what? That's what Esau was trying to stop. Esau still wants you to call upon JC, man. He even wants you to call on Allah or Buddha or your damn ancestors. That's how bugged out Jake is today, man. They call upon their ancestors, your grandma, but you don't know you was your ancestors, man. You know, but let's read this again. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Because they don't want us to call ourselves Yasharallah, man. They want us to call ourselves niggas or blacks or spicks or minorities, man. When we really are the majority, man. Continuing on in verse 5. It says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Yes, because even these different nations come together to cut us off, man. And it's going to tell you the tabernacles of Edom, the so-called white man, which he's the head honcho. He's the one that sick out the dogs, man. Go get him. Go put a liquor store in there. Go put drugs in their neighborhood. Because, hey, Ishmael, he the plug too. People don't know Ishmael be the plug sometimes too, man. And let's say if Ishmael not the plug, he'll let Jake pay him a fee every month to sell out in front of his store, man. That's how wicked these different nations are, man. But ultimately, it's meant for to be the downfall of us, man. You know? Read this again. It says the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants are of Tyre. So basically, these different nations are coming up against us, but their head honcho is who? The nation of Edom, man. Let's go ahead and go back. Because, hey, like it says in the book of Job 9 and verse 24, the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Because if the so-called white man is not the devil that the Bible speaks of, then who is? This guy, he's so powerful. He got so much control, he can change laws in other countries, man. That's like me coming into your house and telling you what you can do, man. You fixed your deal. You made a big pot of stew for yourself, and I come in and say, yeah, don't eat that, man. Eat a piece of pork instead. That's what these devils push forth, man. For lack of better words, over there in the Middle East, this devil, what he did, he made it a right for women to be driving. And don't you know, when that thing happened, it was women on the streets in high heels twerking? That was never seen before in the Middle East, man. And to Esau dipped his hands in there. So let's go ahead and get this in Psalms 12 and verse 2. It says, they speak vanity, everyone with his neighbor, with flattering lips, and a double heart do they speak. And that's what these devils do. They speak smooth words, man. Yet let me help you out and give you a piece of pork, man. Let me help you out. I know you're kicking her. Instead of him giving you the right advice, just say drink some water and take a couple herbs and change your diet. Instead of this devil saying that, he'll give you a pill that will actually heal your kidney but destroy your liver, man. That's how wicked this devil is. That's those vain words, those vanity words that he speaks. Because even though you might think it might be for your benefit, but ultimately it's going to be to your destruction, man. Verse 3 though, it says, the Lord shall cut off all flattering lips and the tongue that speaketh proud things. And that's what's going to happen, man. Because ultimately these devils is writing different laws and legislations, basically bugging up against the Lord. You basically signing a bill on gay rights. Salakia. You signing a bill on gay rights and basically make a Pride Month a national holiday, a federal holiday. That's you speaking proud things against the Most High, because the Lord said don't do it that way, but these devils did it anyway. Verse 4, though, it says, who said, with our tongue we will prevail. Salakia. It says, who said, with our tongue will we prevail? Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? Because the Lord, he did bless this devil with rulership, but the Lord didn't bless you with eternal rulership. Yes, you're in power. Yes, you got a kingdom, but this kingdom is not forever. It's not like you're going to get the victory over your Yahushua, because that's why I sing, with our tongue will we prevail. They think, YouTube guidelines and the C-HIP Act and different other things that's not even really out there. They think they're going to win through that. But ultimately, it's going to lead into your destruction, man. Because they trust in their law. They trust in their legislations. They actually trust in their military. They don't trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's the reason why Esau will be brought down. Verse 5, Salakia. It says, for the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy. And that's why we sigh and cry. Because we go through hell in this place. And we know why. When you wake up early in the morning, or when you gotta pay your bill, your taxes get cut out your check, goddamn, your woman tripping, or you threw up because you ate some food from a restaurant. The ultimate reason why is because of Esau, food poisoning. We get food poisoning every day, man. Allergic reactions, chemical reactions. You can blame that on the so-called white man. He do that for a reason, man. Why do you think over the past 5 years, crab and shrimp have been highly pushed in the black culture? Do you know those different shellfish actually destroy your body, man? But Jake don't want to hear it. Jake just wants you to pass the butter. It's a woman on YouTube that made $1 million off eating crab and shrimp, man. Being wicked as hell. Actually falling after the so-called white man. Because back in the day, that was slave food, but now it's a gourmet dish. Really, it's nasty, man. I had crab and shrimp in the world, but I wasn't never really too big of a fan. Even catfish, man. I wasn't really a big fan of catfish. Even when you ate catfish in the world, it tasted dirty, man. But again, that's how these devils oppressed us. Even you got high blood pressure, you can have a good ass job. Diabetes is a guy, he got a good job, but he got diabetes, and he damn 1 cent away from getting his foot cut off, man. But he don't care as long as he got that 401k on deck. Read this again. It says, for the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I rise, saith the Lord. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at them. And that's the spirit, man, because the Lord said he was going to set us in safety from the guy that puffeth at them. And that's just how an animal is. Before a dog bite, he growl or he bark, man. And that's what this devil doing in the roundabout way by pushing forth these different laws and legislations. He's barking. Right here, the word puffeth, right here, one of those words right here in translate Strong's G 6315, it says what? Bring it to a snare. How these devils are trying to bring you into a snare through what? Through their laws. Let's see, yep, right here. To bring them to a snare. That's how these devils are puffing at us. Basically saying, one false move, you're going to jail. If you don't take this device, you're going to jail, man. Because again, these devils, they trust in their laws. Let's get this in Wisdom of Solomon 2. And I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, let us oppress the poor and righteous man. Now, who is that poor and righteous man? Is that talking about, Reverend E.J. Jackson? No, that's not talking about him, man. Let's talk about the Israelites, the elect, the men that know what's going on. Because even though we might be poor in the flesh, we're rich in faith, man. It says, let us oppress the poor and righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient great heirs of the age. Because, hey, let's say if you run a stop sign, you can run a stop sign, you could be 100 years old, but these devils are still going to give you a ticket, Continuing on at verse 11, it says, let our strength be the law of justice. And that's it, man. Because it can be something small as giving a ticket. These devils are not going to, for lack of better words, they're not going to have mercy upon you because you're an Israelite. Ultimately, they're going to go harder on you because you're an Israelite, man. And don't have a turban on with a 6-point star with sunglasses. You can't be like that because Esau ultimately is going to shoot you down, bro. It says, let our strength be the law of justice. for that which is feeble is found to be worth nothing. Because ultimately, man, these devils, they are trusting in their laws and legislations when really, man, it's in vain. Because the Lord have already set up for this place to be brought down, man. Verse 12, it says, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous. And how is they lying in wait for you? Through their laws and legislations, man. The 3-strike law, that's when how they snared up Jake. And even a conspiracy. It looked like you was selling drugs, jaywalking. It looked like you was up to no good. That's how they lie and wait for the righteous, man. It says, because he is not for our turn. Yes, we're not for this so-called white man to continue to rule. He is clean contrary to our doings, which means what? Our minds are conforming to their society. And that's against the law in America. If you're not conforming to their society, ultimately you're going to get thrown in jail, man. Or you're going to get so-called quote-unquote counsel. Read this again. It says, he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us without offending the law. Objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our educations. Yes, because ultimately, this devil, man, he pushed forth different laws, legislation, which is against Yahweh Shem Shai. He pushed forth different things in school, which is against Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know? And we telling you that. That's why we're not for his turn. We're telling him that his kingdom is going down. And that's why he pushing forth YouTube guidelines or a hate crime. Because wait for the hate crime, even though if you say this and say that, the N word, hey, that hate crime is going to get ready to be a broad stroke. You know what I'm saying? Let's read, continuing on though. It says, he professes to have the knowledge of the Most High. He called himself the child of the Lord. Verse 14, he was made to reprove our thoughts. We was made to get on this damn devil, to tell him, for the lack of better words, you off, man, for the things that you pushing forth. Because again, he's going to push forth a thing that the world have never seen. And what do I mean by that? That seat hip, man. Just going all back into a law. Because it's going to be mandated for certain people to take that thing. And if they don't take it, these devils are going to try to persecute you, throw you in jail, or fucking kill you, man. And that's why Yahweh Shai said, are you willing to drink of the cup that I drunk of? Because Yahweh Shai, he was hot during the Roman Empire, man. It wasn't like Yahweh Shai was loved and all hugs and kisses. No, man, they was searching and looking for to put Yahweh Shai to death, man. You know, let's get this real quick. Because it's different laws and things that set up. Salakia. This is an article. It says copy of FEMA Homeland, because it's hard to find this article again. You know, it's posted on different sites. It says copy of FEMA Homeland Blue, Red, Yellow, and Blacklist. Are you on the FEMA kill list? Let's see what that kill list is all about, man. You know, let's go right here. Many things that people believe are simply not true, and many things people do not want to believe that are very true. And that's again because people want to be in the mindset of, yeah, the government can't do no wrong, or yeah, man, you know that bullshit. Not knowing that this guy, he's looking to throw you into a camp, man. It says, look into HR 645. Now, real quick, I got that queued up. Let me see, please, Belton. Let's see what that HR 645 going to. Yep, there you go. Now, HR 645, I'm just going to get to the point of it. Let me see. Please bear with me. Where is it? Because it even tells you who signed it. Because like I said, this was signed on January 4th, 2021. Let me see. Yeah, here you go. Right here, it says short title. This is the title of it. The act may be cited as the protection from Obamacare mandates and Congressional Equity Act. Now, right there, it says the Obamacare mandates. Now, let's go up and see. Obamacare mandates. Let's get to the point into it because these devils, they like to use big words. But hey, we already know what it's going on to, man. It says to amend the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 to provide an exemption to individual mandates to maintain health care coverage for individuals residing in countries with fewer than two insurance issuers offering plans on an exchange to require a member of Congress to in congregational staff to abide by the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act with respect to health insurance coverage and for other purposes. Now, right there, they said for health insurance coverage, yeah, you need money for your life. You need money for your pacemaker. Yeah, we got you. But right here, it says what? And for other purposes. Now, believe it or not, those other purposes that was written in the Obamacare Mandate Act was the purpose that was written in Revelations 13 and 16, man. Because again, it's going to be a time when these devils are going to put a tiny device inside you. And again, that Obamacare, it was basically pushed towards Jake. You can't afford insurance, I got you. But make sure you put this thing inside you, because hey, that thing is gonna have your bill information. It's gonna have your credit card information. It's gonna have our OGs, your blood pressure, your blood type. If you're a diabetic, what type of diabetes you got, they're gonna have all that information on there, bro. But again, they said it's going to be used through the Obamacare Act. And again, it's an Obamacare mandate. And this thing is going to be mandated for you to get taken it. Unless you want to be basically banned from other places. And then they use healthcare too. And there's no coincidence through the past 2 years that disease, that pandemic have been out there. You got to use your words carefully. It ain't no coincidence that pandemic have been down there. And basically, they're going to try to use health to push this thing upon you, man. Let's get this real quick before I jump back in Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. Now, what's the image of the beast? That's that way of life. Whether it be the LGXYZ or even pedos, man. Because that's a new thing out here, man. They want it to be okay for a grown man to touch a child, which that's a sick act right there, man. My vocab is not doing no videos on that, man. If you was a true believer, if you was a true apologist, defender of the gospel, you would speak against that, man. But let's continue on though. It says, and calls that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now let's go into that word worship real quick. Because again, the reason why people are going to take that thing, because they're going to worship this place. Whether it be you want to make a 5-year, 10-year plan, or whether it be you just love Esau, man. Being in what's that guy name? I forgot the guy name of Samuel Jackson. I forgot his name, man. How whatever his name. Unless you want to be a coon like that, man. But let's go into the word worship. It says to kiss the hand towards one in token of reverence, like the Godfather, man. When you meet the Godfather, you kiss his hand for reference. That's what you're doing in a roundabout way when you have that device inside you. It says among the Orientals, especially the Persians, to fall upon the knees and touch the ground with the forehead as an expression of profound reverence. And that reminds me of Daniel and the 3 holy children. Because once that song played, you heard that noise of the sound of the trump on tapestry and tap. But once you heard that, you had to bow down. And that's the same thing that's going on today, man. Continuing on. It says kneeling or prostitution to do homage to one. You selling yourself to make it's like you look that word up. Ain't that good words, Aki? Yep. Obedience. Obeisance. Respect. Homage. Worship. Admirations. Reverence. Submission. So that's good one too. Submission. So you're submitting yourself under the wicked if you worship that image, man. It says, whether in order to express respect or make supplications. And yeah, that's about it on that. Oh, and this another. It says meaning to kiss like a dog, and the dog is a loyal creature, man. Like a dog licking his master's hand, and just basically you eating the crumbs off Esau's table, man. You know, you looking for this devil for help, man, for everything. So let's go ahead and go back. Since now we know what that word worship means. Because again, whether you taking that device just because you want to go back to work that Monday, taking that device so you can pay for your son football, equipment. At the end of the day, man, these devils are going to try to force you to take this device, man. Read this, continuing on in verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So, like here, let's go to that word causes, man. Because if we look up words over here, it says, and he causes all. Now, when you go into that word causes, well, really, I ain't got to go to it because, through the spirit, I know it's the causes goes back into be authors of, man, or to be the authority or push forth certain laws, man. These devils are going to push forth certain laws so all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. That word mark goes back into the word charagma, and their right hand or in their forehead, which shows you it's going to be a physical mark. That mark is not sleeping with white women. That mark is not Bass Reeve with a gun. No, that mark is a tiny device that these devils are going to push upon you. That's going to have your information in it. Continuing on, it says, and that no man might buy or sell. So you're not going to be able to go to Walmart or go to the gas station or even pay your phone bill. You ain't going to be able to even unlock your phone or even use your phone. You pick up a phone without that thing, and it might self-destruct, man. Because it got stuff like that. It says that no man might buy or sell, save he have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to live your everyday life, man, unless you have that mark inside you, bro. And again, that's what we're speaking against. And that's why these devils ultimately hate us, man. Let's get this real quick before I jump back to that FEMA list. This Isaiah 1:10-1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, because these are already different laws and legislation set up to come after us, man. It says, in that right grievousness, which they have prescribed through their laws and legislations, man. It's things already set up to come after the children of Yasharada, man. Let's go ahead and go back. Let's finish this off. It says many things that people believe are simply not true, and many things people do not want to believe are very true. Look at to HR 645. That's the Obamacare Act. It says for medication and with other purposes, man. And this is going to name some of those other purposes, man. It says FM 319-40 Rex 84 Operation Garden Plot. Brothers know about that. Rex 84. It says Operation Cable Splinter, SILFs, that's a new one, SILFs, Civilian Inmate Labor Facility, which that remind brothers ever watch Handmaid's Tale. It had that. You go into a place for a point of time and then you get out. It says in military police internment resilient operations, because these are real subjects to research and discuss. I have been accused of trying to scare the mass population with this book, but in reality, I am only presenting news that I have researched in one place for the world to see, nothing more, nothing less. Let's go ahead and jump down. It was a video, but these devils took it down. It says we have to look at all the evidence and try to see the big picture. Could all of this information be true? Or are we just more than conspiracy theories? Yes and no. And basically, it's a conspiracy fact now, man. That's the best way you can say it, because you really can't even say certain things. Because like the scripture say, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? We say certain things and our page gets struck, man. Let's continue on. It says, there are many truths weaved in between lies and misconceptions. Many things that people believe are simply not true. And many things people do not want to believe are very true. And this is, again, looking to the things I named out. But one that just stick out to me was the SILFs, man. The Civilian Inmate Labor Facilities, which was a concentration camp. I mean, you were going to be working there. Like John the Patmos, he was on the salt mine, and he was working. He was in prison, but he was working, though, man. How much more us today? let's go. Let's just get to the point to it. The red list. It says we are all on a red or blue list somewhere. Those on the red list will be waking at 4 a.m. And right here, this is the ones that are woke, that will be woken at 4 a.m. The ones that know what going on, man. And taken to counts, probably killed. These are enemies of the NWO. These are the leaders of patriot groups, outspoken ministers, outspoken talk show hosts, community leaders, and probably net leaders. And basically, we basically taking control of this information, man. Hey, the information, what it's called, because it's mainstream news and it's basically secondary news. Man, I forgot the word for it, Salakia. But hey, the Dabu 7, brothers growing up daily, man. GMS, bro, just the elder brother who are in the news, man, telling you the things that's really going on. Because hey, you turn 65, say, yeah, so and so got shot, but you turn to a brother, Elder Yashron, but he do in the news too. But you go into a brother, he's going to have a famine being broke down, and he'll use a precept to back it up. Those outspoken ministers, though, that these devils want to come after, man, us, man. And like the scriptures say, man, they persecuted Yahweh Shai, how much more us? It says these will be dragged out of their homes at 4 a.m. and will be taken to FEMA detention centers and killed. This will take approximately 2 weeks before martial law is enforced. Because basically, let's say if we out there, all hell breaking loose, man. Jeremiah the 15th chapter is going to make more sense as time goes on, man. The famine, Ezekiel the 5th chapter, is going to make more sense when that time is going. Time of Jacob's trouble, Daniel 12:1, Jeremiah 30:7 is going to make more sense in that time, man. That's why these devils are going to try to kill us before they even do it. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, going back into that Psalms 12. Let's end off on that Psalms 12. Because at the end of the day, you think you're going to prevail with these different laws and legislations, but the only thing you're going to prevail into is your damn death, Esau, because you're touching the apple of the Most High's eye, man. And he's going to destroy you and laugh in your face, man. Go ahead and finish it off right here. Read it again. It says, for the oppression of the poor and the sighing of the needy. That's why we sign Christ. That's why we pray unto the Lord. Go out there on the highways and byways and sign cry for all the abominations that get done in the midst thereof. It says, now will I arise, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, and set him in safety from him that puffeth at them. And we went into the word puffeth, it actually went to set in a snare. And these devils trying to set us in the snare through these different laws, legislation, through the FEMA kill list, man, the red list, the blue list. Because so let's say even if you preach the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, these devils already got your name on a bulletin board, man. And again, we'll come into some troublesome times, and Lord willing, we endure to the end. So yeah, I pray this video was edifying. When say call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakudash, Shalom, DTA.